My GoPro already fell. You ready?
I'm ready.
Am I taking highways or back roads first?
Right onto the highway. Let's go.
I'm in park. Okay, so I don't think Nick can see to get out there, but I can see. Yeah, yes, I've got the lead already.
Okay, I'm in drive. We're good. We're good to go. I don't think Patrick was in drive. So I get to turn left out here. He gets to turn right, and we basically both get to. Oh no! Oh, there's a big box truck as soon as I'm starting this race that I'm going to be behind basically the entire time, I'd say. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I can go. Patrick's already on his way. He is taking the lead at first, but we are on back roads for the first part of this race. Patrick is on the main road, and we are going to see who basically gets back to the point first. I like these circuit races a lot because it allows us to like do something different where we pass each other, and that's a cool thing, right? We've got another GoPro. We've got to get some accessories for it, and then we'll be able to at least one of us have a front-facing camera as well, which will make these circuit races even better.
A little brisklier, Range Rover, come on. I'm even wearing my Land Rover shirt today, so I match the steering wheel. So, hopefully we can make this work. Today is our day to win. I know it. I'm wearing my Land Rover t-shirt. I'm wearing Land Rover underwear. I am wearing Range Rover shorts. None of that last part's true. I'm not. I'm just wearing the shirt.
Automotive channel is almost at 1,000 subscribers. Huge milestone. So, yeah, talking about that, I just think it's awesome. So, thank you guys for all the support over here on this channel. It's absolutely crazy. This box truck's actually getting on it. We are flying down this road, and by flying, I actually do think we're going the speed limit, but still, in the Infiniti, even the speed limit sometimes feels fast. You might be on the interstate, speed limit would be 70, and you're going 70, and it feels like you're going 125 because you're just like, oh my God, this is absolutely terrifying because this car is not, it doesn't feel safe at fast speeds.
Time again for me to go off-road. Excuse me. Now there's a little Honda Civic in my way. This just started out very awkward. This is technically technically it's one lane. But I have created a second lane.
You could be going 135 in the 7 Series, just flying, and you wouldn't even know because it just felt like that's what it was meant to do on the Autobahn and all that stuff. Whereas with this car, no.
So, about Nick being behind. Oh, yes, we've got the green light. Okay, let's go. That didn't feel good. Okay, so this is pretty much just another circuit race, except we're taking completely different routes this time. These are roads we have never driven on the challenges before. I was watching through some of them, and I realized that for the most part, they were too similar. They were always the same roads. So, we just left the road that has 4 Series. It has a 4 Series. We just left the road that has the park on it, where we camped, but that was a few miles down. But we're going to pass that a little later on. Now, right now I am on Highway 11E, but once we pass this red light up here, neither of us have shown this road in a race. Not that it's a special road, but it's a different road, and I wanted something different.
So the box truck that was actually going really, really fast is now turning off, and it's just an empty box truck. What are the... And there's no branding on it or anything. Are you guys going to pick up drugs?
So we're 2 minutes in right now. I think we're making good timing. There's no real way of telling at the moment. I've not been hit by too many red lights, just one so far, but that's the only one we've been at. We'll get it. Okay, so I need to come and cut up around this minivan and around Mr. Honda Civic. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea.
I think they're going to pick up drugs.
I think we're making okay timing. The problem is I don't know when we're going to meet Nick, because Nick is on a longer route right now. The back road route is much longer than the route I have to take at first. But then I have to take the back roads. So then my route becomes longer. But honestly, we are almost to where we need to be.
So, a quickie Infiniti update. The Infiniti, I've actually come to enjoy it a little more. The more I drive it, the more I come to like this car. And, you know, there is something to say about the fact that if you take a long journey in a shitty car, you come to love that shitty car, right? And that's where I kind of am in the Infiniti. I mean, we've done almost 2,500 miles in it at this point. I'm starting to really kind of feel the car out and really starting to learn that it just is a unique car. It's a different car. The steering wheel, like the regulator, whenever you move the steering wheel up and down, feels like it's about to go out. There's 3 check engine lights. Both catalytic converters are shot. The fuel gauge doesn't work correctly. I mean, there are just so many issues, and that's what's great about the Infiniti. You know, at the end of the day, it's still going, it's still running, it's still rocking. It gets the gas mileage of a Range Rover, and you just keep trekking on. I'm sure Patrick will probably cut in here and say it does not get the gas mileage of a Range Rover, but it's pretty bad. I mean, for this car, we're averaging about 19 mpg, which I know the Range Rover's worse than that, but still, 19 mpg for a 6-cylinder car from a Japanese company, it seems a little high to me. Most likely because the caps are shot, so it's overcompensating and pumping more fuel into the engine than it needs. But even still, that's where we're at with it, and yeah, you just kind of Infiniti on.
Ooh. See, the problem is we just decided this one at the last minute, this route. So I don't know, I've not looked at it on the map. I've driven this route like a million times. But, wait, am I turning at the right store?
Something interesting about the Infiniti is if you want to go fast in the Infiniti, you don't. You just make a lot of noise. So up here, we're about to hit a straightaway, and I'll really put the pedal down on this car, and you'll hear how much noise it makes, and I'll make sure that I let you know what speed we're going. And I assure you, it's not going to be that crazy, because it's just not. It's not a fast car. It just likes to make a lot of noise whenever it accelerates without going anywhere. I had a Toyota Corolla from 2007 that did the same thing. It would make a bunch of noise and make a ruckus, and it would never really go fast. I actually had 100 miles an hour in that car, and it was not fun, like whatsoever. It was not fun whatsoever. It was actually terrifying, and then it took forever to slow it down. So, all right, here we go. We're coming up on this straightaway, and I'm just going to be quiet so you can hear the noise, and then I'll tell you what speed we got to. So we're starting at 40. All of that noise was 15 miles an hour. Not bad, really, I guess, but also the entire time it was telling me slip, 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 and the tires were losing traction and all sorts of stuff. It's just not a pleasant car to accelerate.
Yeah, I am. Okay, good. Okay, Maserati. Alfa Romeo. Where are we? So, right now we are on the back road that is going to lead us. That means we are going to meet Nick on the back road, and I don't know. Oh, shoot. Should I go left or right here? I think if I go right, there's a fork in the road, and I think if I go right, it's actually a little bit quicker, because that's going to take me out more that way, whereas this is going to take me directly around to where I need to be. So I think I have made the right choice here. And I don't know if taking the fork in the road was allowed, but I did it anyway.
Okay, let's do some jamming. I think it's do some jamming time. I was just sitting here in silence and like, well, this is rather boring, so let's do some jamming.
Range Rover is on back roads again, which, as we know, is not something I am fond of. In fact, it terrifies me. Especially when you're going 45 and 50 around these bends. Corners, bends, around the bend. I don't know. I think by taking the, going right, I think I've made the correct choice. Because Nick won't be able to, if he goes left, keep up with my speed. That's a nice house. I wish you guys could see that house, but you can't. You're just seeing the little houses. The big houses are over there. So I don't know when we're going to see that little blue Infiniti. I don't know if we're going to see that little blue Infiniti. It's possible, but it's also possible that because I took this way, that we don't run into him. Oh shit!
Me, baby. Yeah. I actually didn't realize I liked that song. That's the first time I've really, like, I've heard it before, but that's the first time I've ever listened to it. Like, that's a good song. But nevertheless, I was just stuck behind like a lawn mowing truck, a truck calling a bunch of lawnmowers the entire time that I was listening to that, which was about 2 minutes, maybe a minute. I don't know. I don't know how long it was, but nevertheless, we're only 8 minutes into this race. This seems like it might end up being a shorter one. I'd say I don't know exactly where halfway would be. This is kind of a different route. We've never done this route before, and so it's a lot more curvy than anything we've ever done before. Sorry, Patrick. And I don't have any idea or any inclination as to where the halfway point of this route would actually be, right? I don't know, but it's a road that Patrick and I drove a lot back in Squirrel. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it.
I forgot how sharp that corner was. I thought that was the Infiniti coming around the corner. It wasn't. It was another old car. Old car. I say old. That's like a 2006 car. That's not even old. By that standard, I'm ancient. So now we have some cows and some farms, which is just typical East Tennessee. But we also have a construction truck in front of us, which is also just about what you'd expect. Now, I would hope Nick would come this way, because if he comes this way, he's going to have a shorter route. But I don't know that he will. Okay, so the construction truck is driving off the road. And now he's driving in the middle of the road. Okay, so I have a vantage up here. I should be able to see, well, I wish I had a vantage. V8, V12. But I should be able to see if Nick goes by that road right there, which I've not seen him yet. I would assume by this point he's already passed that. So I think Nick took the other way. He must have gone straight right there. That was the other fork in the road that Nick would be taking. I think I've gone the right way.
It's a road that Patrick and I drove a lot back in high school. We had a friend that lived off this road, actually just past his house. But nevertheless, I don't know where the halfway point is. And I guess where we passed Patrick, because I'm going fast-ish, but not really. I mean, like, I'm going over the speed limit, there's no doubt. Like, but I would hope Patrick would be going over the speed limit through some of it as well, at which point would, you know, I don't know. This is interesting. We'll see. There's cows everywhere. Just tons of cows. Speaking of somebody going over the speed limit, this guy going so fast, he came around the corner like whipping into the other lane. I mean, I've done that a few times in the BMW. Sometimes it's all you can do to save yourself, is just to come over into the other lane. I get it, but the BMW, it's gone now, but it was a fun car. I mean, there's really nothing that the BMW, I don't know, I have nothing but good things to say about the 4 Series we had. It was a tank through the entire time, and it was just such a good car. Like, the 4 Series was an incredible car, and I hope to buy that one back one day. If not, you know, I will buy another 4 Series, like 100%. I will buy another 4 Series in my lifetime, because that is just an incredible car, and you could push it to its limits, but it didn't scare you. It didn't make you feel like you were going to die or anything. It was just a great car.
So, just checking my phone to see if I had a text from Nick that said, I've ran into a ditch, I've swiped into a pole, I've slid into the DMs. Oh, I'm in the wrong side of the road as I'm talking about someone else wrecking. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Build quality.
Like I said, I have nothing but good things to say about the 4 Series. I don't know where halfway is. I would imagine I'm going to meet Patrick pretty soon here. I don't know, though. I'm expecting a big Range Rover to just come around one of these sharp corners and Patrick be in there going, ah!
Oh, shit! Is there someone in the road? No. And this truck is actually going to be in front of me the entire way down unless he takes this turn right here. And if he does, that's going to be great, because this is the last road. We are back on Panther Creek Road. Only 10 minutes into this. I think we're actually going to win this. That was the... I don't know. I think we're actually going to win this. But this is the last road. That's... okay, this is it. We are in the home stretch. We just have a few miles to go. And I think we've won. I mean, I can't say for sure, but I really think we've won. I wish this freaking truck would get out of my way.
I have to really slow down in this part as well. Like, you have to go slow through here or you will run off the road, especially because it's been a while since I've driven this in the daytime. I know that sounds weird, but I'm used to driving this road at night. What is that? There's like a tumbleweed on the side of the road. That was weird. This is just farmland out here. It's kind of boring, actually. Like, just all this is out here is farmland. It's just like cows and farms, and that's it. That's all we got.
My nerves are near shot. Like, I want to win this one so bad. We've got the Land Rover shirt on. We've got terrain response over on our sleeve. And we have the Range Rover on our side. I just need this fucker to get out of the way.
Coming up on the stop sign here, I figured we would have passed Patrick by now. Now, here's the thing. Patrick could have been a sneaky one and taken a bit of a different route than we did. And gotten there a little bit quicker. So, we'll see. We'll see. Got to check my rows here, and off we go. Off we go. This is interesting. I like these circuit races because I feel like the entire time I'm like, where's Patrick going to be at? Where's he at? Like, we have to be over halfway at this point. So I think Patrick's taken a different route than what I took, which could be interesting.
Ah, there's a Jeep on the wrong side. Someone's going to get mad about that and then bring up the Jeep video I did a few months ago, which, if you saw, is quite awful. I know they're very capable off-road, but let's just be real for a minute. How frequently are you off-road? Because most of the time I drive down roads like this and like to know that I can drive through that field, or up a mountain, or down a cliff, thanks to hill descent control, which is actually not used for when you're parking down a hill. For anyone who got that reference in the last video, that was a video I found probably a couple of years ago, a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. This girl was doing a tour of her Range Rover, which I have mad respect for. She has 15 times the subscribers that I have. And she makes actually pretty good videos. But there was at one point in time where she said the hill descent control button was used when parking on a hill. She's going to have the shock of her life if she tries to park down a hill and hits that button, because it is not going to park it. It is not going to park it. And in fact, it's going to make some really disgusting noises. Because for some reason, that's what hill descent control does.
Ooh, this could be good. He is taking, in my opinion, it's probably the more efficient route. But it might not be as well. So I don't know. We will have to see as to who wins and who loses. But I don't know where Patrick's at. Like, I have no clue where he's at. Like, he's just not here. That's hilarious. Okay, there's Patrick in the Range Rover. There. Oh, wait, no, that's not Patrick. I just mistake to Dodge for the Range Rover. You guys can. It was big and it was black. And I was just seeing that over the hill. I didn't see the front of it. I just saw like the roof, and it was a big black SUV. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I just mistook the Range Rover for a Dodge. I don't even know what Dodge it was. Some Dodge SUV. I apologize. I think I'm done here. Nothing on the radio. However, in the Infiniti, one annoying thing is it doesn't tell you what preset you're on, right? So if you hit preset 5, for example, you might be on preset 5, but it's not telling you you're on preset 5. You have no way of knowing that you're on preset 5, right? It just doesn't tell you. You just kind of have to guess. And then if you hit preset 5 again and you're on preset 5, it like cuts the radio out for a second and makes you think that you're about to like hear, you know, like a new preset, and then it replays the same radio station that it was on. It makes no sense. There's also a ton of fade on the radio. So if like I hit this button, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, it takes 3 seconds for the radio to turn on after you hit the power button. It's absolutely insane.
We are just now a couple of miles away, probably only even a mile away from where we need to be. And I think we have won. There is no way Nick made that good of timing. There's no way Patrick did that well of grammar. But we're close.
What route did Patrick take? There's like many different routes here that he could have taken. So I have no clue where he went. Like, absolutely no clue. What, like, he's not texted or called me or anything. I've been bamboozled. I think I'll just get back to the church that we were at, and he'll just be sitting there. And I'll be like, did you even leave? Like, did you just go down to BP, turn around? That would be kind of funny. He's just sitting in the car talking about the new Land Rover Defender the entire time to you guys, and I've been trying to win this race. Now I'm in traffic, by the way. There's really nothing I can do. I'm just in traffic. It's kind of, not bumper to bumper. I mean, we don't really have bumper to bumper traffic. It moves. You just got to, like, stay in your lane, you know what I mean? I can't get over, or we didn't do that. So just stay in the fast lane. Keep going. Toyota has a handicap van exploded. Like, all the doors open, handicap ramp down, just to show that it was, in fact, a handicap accessible van. It is a very interesting marketing technique, but I get it. I get it.
In fact, I live around here, so I can just go home. Might as well. I like this. This was a shorter race. It was a better race, but it was high intensity. It was like going for a sprint as opposed to a nice long jog. It was nice. Now, Civic, if you pull out in front of me, you will die. There is no doubt. You will die. You will be crushed, and then I'll have to go to court because I'll have killed someone in a Civic, and it's going to be a mess. I don't want to deal with it. We're almost to the finish line. Just a little bit more. We've got this. Like, I have no doubt we won this. There is no way Nick made that good of timing. He could not be going this fast. He could not be maintaining the speed I'm going. I had the advantage on the highway. I had the advantage pulling out. I had the advantage of the car. That, as Nick said, you always win when you're in the Range Rover. And here it is. We're pulling in. And once I pulled in, bulletproof, we won! We won! Yes! We won! We were victorious. It's a show on Nickelodeon, and I've never even seen. I've just heard about it. I've never watched it. We won. And the camera didn't fall once I started recording. Huh. I'm actually surprised. I am actually really surprised. I did not expect to win. I mean, I did, obviously. It's like the stars just lined up for the Range Rover to win today. Now, the problem is he's going to see me as soon as he comes around this corner right here. That's okay, because we won.
I wonder how much that would be, how much a handicap accessible van is. Probably more than it should be, to be honest. Anyway, our Hyundai dealership was recently purchased here as well, and they had like no inventory, and then literally now they have tons of inventory. Yes, so they actually have like new ownership and doing this whole big marketing thing now. But for a while there, it looked like Hyundai was going out of business here, which I don't think anybody would complain. I mean, why would you buy a Hyundai? I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. I have no clue why you would buy a Hyundai. Porsche. Nice Porsche. I'm not even going to try. I have no clue. I am not good with car names. That's one of the things, like, me recognizing cars, like, on the fly, I'm not too great about. I can recognize every BMW in the lineup because I'm really familiar with those. I'm pretty good with Land Rovers, even though I did mistake a Dodge for the Range Rover earlier, but that's beside the point. And other than that, I'm not really, like, Lamborghinis I'm pretty good at this point, but I'm not, like, the best at identifying cars right away. Like, I'm a car guy. I love cars. I like driving cars. I love looking at cars and being in cars, but I'm also not the guy that's going to know exactly what every single car is, like, right away. So, I don't know. Patrick is incredible. Like, it would kind of be funny if we could set up a GoPro on his head and just drive down the road and I go, what car is that? What car is that? What car is that? And he knows everything. So, also, Alfa Romeos are really cheap right now. That might seem random, but it just randomly popped into my head. You can get a new Giulia for like 10 to 15 off sticker. So, that's something you might want to look into. So, let's see if Patrick's here. Have I won the race? Patrick's won. So much so, he's like sitting on his tailgates or whatever, like, oh, I'm one. Yes, I am so perfect. Like, I am so incredible. Patrick the winner. Did you even leave?
Yeah.
How long have you been here? How long have you been here?
A few minutes.
Huh. We didn't pass each other.
No, I took the Portland road.
Oh, okay. That was a good race. I think think that was fun. It was quick, and I talked about a lot of stuff, so.
Me too.
Yeah.
My foot! My foot! But yeah, it was the Land Rover shirt.
It was. I mean,
it was meant to be.
With that, you had the win locked up.
Yeah, you should get an Infiniti shirt.
I shouldn't. I shouldn't do that ever. No.
But hey, there was the race. I won. What do I get?
There was not. We never really included that in this one, did we?
I feel cheated. I went through all that work to win, and I didn't get anything.
He gets the glory.
The glory hole? That sounds so wrong. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next one, where we don't talk about that.
1,000 subscribers. Tell your friends. Get people here. We're so close. He might not include this, and that's fine. I'm doing it in a way he doesn't have to. But get us to 1,000 subscribers. I believe in you guys. Thanks for watching.